Hey guys, welcome to Name Bubbles World. Today I'm doing a requested video on chat settings and a few other little settings that I play with myself, like macros. Um, I decided to make a panda, so it's very neutral right now, so no one can be like, you're a horde or you're alliance, blah blah blah. We don't have that. The very first one I want to show you, which is very important to me, especially when recording, is the thing that I hide. So if you hit exit macros, it is this macro specifically, and what this does is, and then this one, it's which is I put in there unhide. Unhide, you see the, and on the bottom right, you see what they are, who they are, what spell it is, blah blah blah. When you hide that, you don't see it at all, which is great for recording, so no one needs to see everyone else's names and blah blah blah. To get into my other macro setting, when you hit the map, and let's click this stupid thing. When you get into the map and you start moving, it fades like this. I personally can't stand it because I like to walk and have the map. So one of those other macros is this. I just call it map fade, and it's that. And I think the number can be changed dependency on how much fade you want, but I completely stop it. So you have to put it at least on your bar once. Click it to activate it, and now it stays solid the whole time. I do not know how to reverse that. Just saying. So leave it as it is if that's what you like. Another setting is the chat settings. Everything comes to the general. All of it. If you go settings, you'll see it's all here. Say, emote, all the way down to instance leader. I don't like that. I can't stand having everything in one section and missing so much. So what I personally do is I remove everything. Sorry if you can hear loud clickies. It's the Hyperion mouse. Very great. There's a video about it. I remove it to that, and that's it. And on top of it, it's like, okay, so where's the rest of my stuff going to go? I'm not going to be able to see my guild chat or my party chat. Yeah, you will. Why? Because I do this. Create new window. And I put G, P. I used to separate these, but I now put it together. Go back to your settings. I take everything off but guild chat. And all the way down the party, which includes raid and instances, like duh. I also remove this so that doesn't tell me each channel I join, which I don't have any other channels in here specifically for that. I also change the general to a G just because it'll shrink it, give you more space. By the way, I use only the WoW UI add-on. I don't use any other add-on, or UI add-on, excuse me, just because I like how it is. It's, I don't know, I just always played it. I've tried, things like the bags where they pile the bags up right here. I'm just like, it's such a mess. I can't do it. Create another window, and this is where I do whispers. So you go on your settings, and this right here, what this does is this stops you from ever missing a whisper, and that includes blizzard whispers. So I guess they're pink and blue. I don't know if you're colorblind what they are for you. They do have I think they have the colorblind thing in here in this game. I'm not sure, which is really good. I create one more. And this is the one I usually stay on while recording. Now this, I take everything off of these. Because I don't need any normal stuff. Of course, I go to others. Excuse me, I like our hiccups. I do creature messages. And this is everything that they're saying. Someone's leveling. Also, I do not like my background so invisible. Or see-through. So I do that all the way. If you change this setting at the very beginning before you put these other ones, it will change them automatically. But it's not going. Why aren't you going? So it's a little see-through, but not so much. You can see. Oh, what did I do wrong with that? Me being duh. Yeah, it's there. You are. Oh, duh. I'm not in a party. I fail. That was totally fail. And I'm not in a guild either. Totally fail. Also font size, depending on how blind ish you are, or far nearsightedness. People with astigmatism need to turn up a little higher. But with the darker background, you don't have to turn up so far. That's just common when it comes to anything like that. So yeah, that's my typical settings. You got just the say, emote, and yell there. Combat log, I don't really touch. I could care less about it. If you could delete it, which you can't, I would. Group and party, whispers in my dialogue, which is in the other. And on top of it, during the others, I take this channel off so it never shows up on there at all. And I would show you what a whisper looks like. Excuse the squeaky chair. So that, excuse me, is what a whisper looks like. You hear the noise, you see the lights. You don't have to click it, especially if you're recording or if you're really engulfed in like a mythic or a raid. You don't have to click it, and it'll continue to blink until you do. I do not know if the group and party does that. I really don't think it does. But so then you have whisper, which is from Nate, and bam, you never miss a whisper because it'll be there. Let's see. Other settings. Yes, system. Someone was also asking about the UI scale. UI scale is that, so if you put it really, really low, this is what happens. You get really shrunk. You go really high. Really, really, really big. Very obnoxious. I have to keep it like about here. I can't do any other. I did recently learn what the max background FPS and max foreground FPS is, so I've been keeping it at 130. I thought it was like, sounds so funny. I thought it was stuff that was like right here in front of your character versus stuff way over yonder, but totally not. There needs to be more videos on that and the advanced settings, because a lot of people don't know. They just leave it like it is, or they have it on the lowest low settings in the graphics, and that's it. Now, for performance, I put it on 1. My system can probably handle like a 3 or 4, but I put it on 1 because I could care less about all the glitteries. But if you're noticing that you're not seeing, you know, like your loot glitter or caca on the floor, like smoke or whatever, go to your particle density and put it to good. That's all you have to do. Everything else with the graphics that this game keeps doing, qualities that are low used to be like high, and now they're not. So it's like you need to upgrade your system, and that's what we're slowly doing ourselves. View distance, you really don't need to see a ton. There's a whole bunch of videos on environmental detail and ground clutter and what it changes, but for me, I like to just play and have it where I don't lag or go oop, 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 oop. When I play. I can't stand that. Network sound. I loop my music. Error speech is when, which you can't see how you can't see it highlighting up. It's because I have it hidden right now. There we go. Enable speech from errors. You know, target out of range, can't attack that target. All you gotta do is turn it off. You'll never hear that again because it does get annoying, especially on, I think, a hunter. But I'm not sure if even though you turn that off on a hunter, that it actually stays, because hunters are made a little differently than all the other classes. Sound and background, enable reverb, and distance filtering all pull your performance. So if you really don't need those, turn them off. You can even turn off emote sounds and pet sounds, and that will help your performance. Pet battle music, that'll help. Ambient sounds, that'll all help with your performance. And then this is the settings that I just have it on because I like to hear the dialogue over the music and the ambiance. And I love hearing WoW sounds. Like, I can't listen to music and play WoW. There's just, I might in my headphones, but I still have to play the game. Typical mic settings, you can't really do this unless you have a mic in. I'm utilizing mine. Don't know how to do that just yet, so I'm just leaving it at that. Also, just okay, key bindings. I am a girl who loves to really set their things up, and this lets you do that. But I actually hit the wrong one because I want to hit interface. Excuse me. I'm going to go to action bars, and this right here is what action bars do. It brings up more bars on your screen, and you can have it fade or not fade right here. And then stack vertically, which it does not show for me. I can't do that. I do it because I do utilize the F, and I specifically put these as F1 through 12, and these 1 through equal. That's just how I play. I play very normal versus keyboard. It's just how it goes. Names. I usually go always show nameplates, which, as you can see, they just popped up right here. And also, what I couldn't show somebody earlier was this. Bam! See how much bigger that gets? It just gives you more being able to see it. But if you're like a healer and you have to play with these on your screen, imagine seeing it everywhere during a raid. Hence the reason why I do use healing add-ons. Not saying which one. I almost did. Special sources on the bar, and then I take off my personal bar. I can't stand it just because I don't need this bar. It'll show up in the middle of your screen right here all the time. Can't stand it. I never adjust my camera, which is you going like this and it turning and correcting it and get it behind it. Like, you can actually just go ahead and see it says, you know, only when moving. So it's like, okay, I'm looking over here, I'm going to go forward, and then you see it straighten it out. I can't stand that. I just never adjusted. I'm a very person who can play, attack something, or heal somebody and, you know, like look away, or when your character has to face away from a boss all the time, like healer, because they can heal. They don't have to face the target to heal. So I would do that, and then when the boss is about to you know, do a move, I'm already facing away, so I don't have to worry about facing away. Let's see. Mouse is all typical for me. You know, normal. I am inverted mouse. A lot of people are like, ew. You know what that means? Sorry. Y'all that do not have that box checked. Ugh, I don't know how you do it. I can't do it. Accessibility. This is I've never really had to mess with this. If you do, awesome. They have enable UI colorblind modes, thankfully. And when me and my spouse, me and A, raid, we put like markers. We try to say marker, and we also say the shape, not just the color, because not everybody can see color. Number one thing I use, which I might not be able to show you, is this specifically, is I use raid UI party styles. I put on the power bars and the class bars. And then, actually, you know, I might. Oh, he is a max character. Awesome! I was going to show you what it would be to invite something, and I'm not sure how I would be able to show you. I can like randomly try to invite a person, see if they show. So see that? Let me quickly do it so you can make it fatter, skinnier, and it's there. Borders. That's a border. So yeah, I really love these type of party styles instead of the normal stuff. Let's see. Name, social, blah blah blah. Social, very explanatory. Prior to this setup, by putting all my whispers in one block, I would do whispers inline, or actually, I would do new tab, and it would pop up over and over like a section here, and you would just have to scroll through it in a sense of every whisper you got from somebody. But I just decided to do this. That's just keeping it all in one little thing. Toast window. Everybody knows what that is. The only window that I notice you can't get rid of is when a real ID friend joins a quick join, and it pops up. No. And display, blah blah. I do text both. That's just me. I do like my screen flashing. A lot of people don't like it. I do. I like it kind of because then I like, oh my god, I gotta heal so quickly heal. Loot window at mouse, can't stand it. I like it just over here, and my auto loot's on, so I'm going to pick that on. And also, one other thing I want to say, I want to show y'all. This is what's so funny. Movement keys. I do have my up, down, left, and right, but if you look at these right here, my forward button is E, my backwards is D, and I have my left and right as S and F, and then I have a stripe left and right, which is A and G. People are like, ew, I can't stand y'all using the WASD. because it's so close to the top target, so close to the capsule. It's like that. I always hit those thinking it's this, this, this. And for my bars here, like this spell would specifically go here. So I would keep my hands on 3, 4, and 5. That's straight up how it's been. And F4 is right above the 4 on my keyboard. So it's always going to be an interrupt button. So it's always there on all my tunes that can have it, even if it's a cast or an instant or whatnot, it's always there. And that's why I can heal DPS at the same time and interrupt every single time I need to without having issues. But a lot of people yell at me for what I use, and some people, they don't even use their keyboard area. They just use their arrows in their mouse, and I'm like, and you're a clicker. You click a lot. I'm not a clicker, I'm a presser. I'm mostly pressing. I click some spells over this way, and the ones I put over here, and my stuff over here, but I'm really more of a presser, I guess. Sounds so horrible. Everything, and that's how you set that up. Motzi action bar, I think it is. Yeah, right here. So if you choose to want this, the F1 to 12, this is how you do it here. I think you can make these numbers, but I wouldn't know what to put them along with the ones on the right. But that's how I did that number. And then the normal action button, which is this bottom row. So I did that. And I'm pretty sure, like, you can do something with the controls. Control F1. I have no idea what it is. Don't never hit it. And just everything else is really the same. That's like the only thing I change. I don't mess with the vehicle. No, don't mess with any of it. So that is my setup. A lot of people think I'm weird with it. I have a lot of macros that have to do with cast sequences. The only one I did have before is this. It's decursive, that's what I called it. And that's how it could, yeah, remove the curse. I had another, oh, this I like for my DH. It will automatically dismount and go straight into a glide with one button click. Instead of, like, because I've kamikaze a lot, especially on my miniature characters, the shorter tunes. So this one, I decided to make sure I had a fail-safe. I don't know how to do it yet with other ones about jumping off of things. I kill Nay a lot in the games with stuff like that because now they give a parachute though. It's not fair. Right here is misdirect for a hunter I had, and Petrie was my tricer thingy. So this is the only hunter add-on I have. I don't know much about add-ons. I just have the simple things that I've either researched or asked for friends. This right here is for a shaman. I think it was for when it went, oh my gosh, the enhancement not being instant. I wouldn't want to accidentally hit it if it wasn't instant. I'm not too sure on should I continuously attack when it's not instant or hold out until it drops instant, even though my Maelstrom is max. Like, I used to play an instant back in the day, but this new stuff, ugh, and I hated elemental, but I'm in love with my elemental. So speaking of that, a lot of people do know that the newest Rise of Valkyrie is finally out. I think that is the #1 race made since the WoW's conception. I'm not sure, like, altogether. I see so many of them. I mean, it's ridiculous how much I see. So, and that's her. Everyone knows that she's her, and I love her. I can't not play her. This is so wrong. I hate showing y'all this. I have people whispering me. One more I want to show you, which this is really crazy that, yes, I play on these servers. I wanted to make a Mecha Gnome specifically because I just want one of each tune at max for the Heritage Gear / just to have it, just to say, okay, I leveled this tune from scrap and up. And this is the Mecha Gnome. This is the best I could do on the T-Log. I couldn't stand the claw hands, so I went with the normal hands. And as you see all my tunes, they all have bubbles in them. Most of them do, not all of them. Some of them were recently changed just for YouTube. I just wanted to stick with it. I love my paladins, as you can tell, and my shamans. That's like my number one thing. She specifically is that. And I play both sides. I am not a factionist or genders, even though I think I have all female characters. I think I have like one male. So that's just a little extra. Is that I have a lot of tunes and nothing to do with them. Nothing at all whatsoever. I have no idea where I'm going with the others. I have the Ogar Orc one. I haven't played. You can see that I just am not going anywhere with them. And I do have one more thing to show you before we go. This and this tune, as you notice, they look very similar. They're both shamans. They're both the same healing spec. They have exactly the identical setup. The reason is because of the specific mounts, the jewel crafting mounts. I'm doing a color scheme thing with them. I have 2 more to go. I haven't worked on it in forever. I'll show you a video of that whenever the heck that's done. But their outfits pretty much go with what they're wearing. She's the green, she has the green one. And she has red, and I think there's yellow and blue. So hopefully I can find a good outfit for all of that. But yeah, that's my other one on this server. I mostly order Morganis and Alliance on Morganon, which for God knows how many years I said Morganon. And then I heard in-game said Morganon. I'm like, that sounds so weird. So y'all have a very wonderful day. Like, subscribe, so on. And we very appreciate it. Thanks.
Hey guys, this is a bonus video. I just wanted to show you that recently we set up like our gaming shelf, which will soon be behind our heads during recording. This is pretty much all we have right now that we can get out. Some of the other stuff is in boxes, but yeah, the backpack and the cup right there we recently got, which they're freaking cool. The Super Mario box is just little thing that we had at the Walmart, and it was empty, and I was like, so can I have this? She's like, yeah, sure. I was like, okay, cool. The bed set my toddler uses. He's a fan. These are our games that we have. These are the Wii U ones. We do have some Switch ones. Like I said, everything is just boxed right now. And then my little amiibos. And we do have a Luigi cart. Totally missing my favorite one. I'm so mad. Here's our mouse. I also have the keyboard, Red Dragon, I'm going to put up here along with the headphone box. Like we keep, oh, and the Wii U box. We keep boxes. It's almost like an antique up there with the GameCube, but it works. We also have a Wii, it still works. So yeah, just wanted to show you that. Thanks.